Hey everyone, this is Darian Hill from ydgmarketing.com, and today I have a special guest with me. I want to first of all thank you guys for watching this Google Hangout. It's really a great opportunity to utilize this technology to bring to you some of the experts who are in the market just doing some phenomenal things, and it's really, really, truly an honor to have Belinda MJ Brown from Equanimity executives online who will be talking about something that we all basically have to deal with, and that's time, okay? And so for many of you, like myself, managing your time is something that is needed. And so she has a unique spin on the whole notion of time management. And so today we're going to discuss what time management is. We're going to learn about Belinda, how she's been helping clients, and her unique spin to time management. Now, some of you may be watching this on Facebook, so you're going to see some information down below. Obviously, Belinda is going to talk about an upcoming webinar that she's going to be hosting. So I want you guys to stick around to learn about that and how you can learn some more value from her. So welcome, welcome, Belinda.
Hi, Darian. Thank you very much for having me tonight.
Wonderful, wonderful. It's definitely, like I said, a pleasure to have you. I've met you personally, and I know the caliber and the work that you have done with the clients. So first of all, I want you to kind of tell the listening audience a little bit about yourself, your company, kind of how you got started, and how do you work with clients and executives right now?
Okay, so yeah, it's a lot of things that I will have to share with you. First of all, I am French and moved here 6 years ago in the United States, and decided to open my own consulting and coaching firm about 3 years ago because the need was there to work with people who were looking to improve their life, and hence also the relationship that they have with their coworkers, but also with their partners and partners overseas. So I decided that I would help them with the skills that I have acquired during my experience working for global organization, and helping them to challenge themselves and to create new methodology and a message to be able to collaborate better and to enhance their communication style.
Awesome, awesome. So you said that you're from France, is that right?
Yes, this is right.
Okay, that's where that beautiful accent is coming from.
Yes, exactly.
So guys, it's one thing to have a coach, but it's another thing to have a coach that's from France. That's always a plus. Okay?
If
All
you
right.
say
So,
so.
yeah. Well, hey, it's definitely added value. So again, thank you for being here. So, in terms of your coaching and consulting, you said you work with organizations, corporations. Can it give us a kind of the gamut of who all you've worked with and what specific areas of improvement you've been able to help them in?
Yes, definitely. So I have a few core competency that I have been using.
Right.
First, I am an international person, so I have been assisting 90% of my clients are international or
Yeah.
had work internationally, either people coming here to the United States or people that are traveling abroad. And I work also within multicultural teams to help them to collaborate better and to overcome the challenge of working with people from different backgrounds. So this
Awesome.
is who I am assisting now. So executive directors, VP, SVP, from all over the world. I have worked with people in different countries and different continents, and it has been really a rewarding experience. And I am helping them actually to work on not only time management. It's one of the topics that we manage to deal with our clients, but most of the time we are working on collaboration, communication across culture. We are working also on emotional intelligence because it's the way
Right.
for us to be able to assess exactly what's going on in our life and in our relationships, and working as well to help them to improve and to create innovation in the organization.
Awesome. Awesome. Great stuff. So today we're here to discuss the whole issue of time management. And,
Mhm.
I'm sure you've talked to many executives, you've talked to many companies, and this seems to be a big issue for most, entrepreneurs, professionals, executives. But you have a different spin. You call it choice management. Can you tell me why you call it choice management versus the traditional time management?
Yes, because time cannot be managed. We have 24 hours in a day, and nothing will change that. anywhere in the world, it will always be the same thing. And I have decided to call it choice management because I have, realized that what was really important for people is to be able to make decision about how they will allocate their time and what kind of task or actions they will take during the time that they have allocated to them.
Okay. Quite interesting. I mean, I like the spin that you put in it because you're absolutely right. How can you manage time? You know, you can manage self, but you can't really manage the time that you have. Once you
Hmm.
use the time, it's already gone, right? So,
Definitely.
what are some of the tips that you can offer someone, just real quick? Because obviously we know that we're here to just kind of provide some value. What are some of the tips you can offer someone with time management? What have you seen that's been the biggest problem in the whole time management or choice management arena?
What has been the most important issue with time management is that people do not do today distinguish urgency and importance. So many people are just going from one task to another as it comes to them, and they don't have the time actually to think about the fact that it's something that they have to do now. It's something that maybe can be postponed, and people want to please everyone as well. And when they receive, an email or a phone call, they just want to respond right away. And I think that our technology has helped us tremendously to communicate better, but that also slowed us down because we don't know how to manage this flow of information coming at us.
Yeah, yeah, I can attest to that with social media being a
Hmm.
huge part of my consulting. I know that so much we have so much more access to information. It can be overwhelming. But I want you to emphasize a little bit more on this whole notion of urgency and importance because a lot of times we're doing a lot of what urgent things, but not things that may be important. And do you find that to be an issue?
Yes, this is what is the issue because we are responding to things that seems to be urgent, and people are telling you, and your customer are telling you, I want something to be done tomorrow. But is that important for you, for your business, and for the overall service that you will provide for your clients? Not all the time. And you have to be able to assess what is really important to bring the best service to your client. And maybe it's also to be able to educate and to inform your client about what you are able to do and how you are able to deliver the service to them and to provide them the best service that you can. Yes, you can say yes every time and say, yes, I will do it for tomorrow. But at some point, maybe you are not providing the best service. And if you are able to tell them right away, yes, it will take me 2 or 3 days, or I am not answering my emails during the day between 10 and 4, and just answering my emails or replying to my emails in the morning and at night, people will not expect during the day that you respond. And it will let you time to focus on things that are really important for your business, but also for your clients.
Mm, that makes sense. So it sounds to me like you're managing expectations with your clients as it referenced the whole issue of choice management and time management. And
Yes.
I've fallen into that trap myself, quite frankly, because you're trying to, get to, tasks that need to get done. If a client says they need something, because you want to keep that relationship, you're running here and there and everywhere. And so you're doing a lot of what urgent things but not things that are always important. Is that how it goes?
Definitely. Most
Oh,
of the time we are focusing on what is urgent and we want to get this out of our plate. But at
right.
some point, maybe we can, create, some clusters and say we have 10 emails that we have, received, and we will, read it, later. So it's some of the tips that I'm providing to my client. It's how do you want to organize your time? You wake up in the morning, how do you want to organize your time? Not how time will manage you, because it's what's going on today. Time is just managing us. People are just receiving emails, phone calls, and they are dealing with relationship in a way that it's not healthy anymore and it's not sustainable for people. And they feel that they are running after time all the time.
Sure, sure. I remember because I attended your seminar and I thought it was absolutely phenomenal. That's one of the reasons why, I'm on here, doing this interview to
Hmm.
provide value to my network, of course, but to share what you're having coming up very, very soon. I think it's a week you'll be doing a webinar. But something else that you talked about in your seminar, which I thought was very, very important, is the whole notion of, people are having issues balancing the emails, and you gave a couple of tips, or maybe you can share one tip in terms of, email management as it relates to this whole concept of choice management. So can you address that? Maybe give one specific tip that can help entrepreneurs, professionals, executives, be more effective with their choice management as it relates to email.
Yes, I have different tips that I'm providing to executives since I have seen a lot of different things going on in organizations that are time waster. And the things that I usually start with, it's how do you organize your email box? And how do you deal with your emails? How often are you reading your emails per day? Because do you need to be in front of your computer all day long to check your emails? Maybe not. Maybe you can check your emails 2 or 3 times a day. And to have them organized as well, it's really important. So you can color code them based on the importance when you receive them, if you want to do that, and to see this is high priority based on importance, and I will do it right now. And if it's something that can wait and that you can put on a cluster, for example, respond to prospect, and you can take an hour and say every day for an hour I will answer these emails that are in the cluster yellow or green or orange, and just take the time and focus on this task only once a day to make sure that you are not distracted. Because what is complicated with time management today, it's really about distraction. Each time that you are reading an email, it takes you forever, and I am telling you forever, to get back on the task. And this is where you are wasting your time, actually. And during the webinar that will take place on the 12th of November, you will have the cost, the actual cost that this waste of time occurs, and you will also be able to assess how many days a year you can gain back in your calendar.
Wow. So what you're saying essentially is that as we check our emails and with no particular structure, it's actually costing us money throughout the year in our business. There's actual tangible dollars being lost and revenues being lost because of how we manage our emails. That's interesting.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, certainly, I think it's so essential, for people to understand the need to really balance and have choice management. I just love that term because I'm so in agreement with you that you really can't manage time. Choice management strategies and techniques are important. In my consulting with my clients, I always tell them it's important to have a strategy in place to be able to get to some specific objective instead of trying, shooting from the hip and throwing something against the wall and hopefully it sticks. You have to be very strategic about your approach, and that's what I like with your consulting. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the upcoming webinar? What can people expect, and why should they? Why is it important that they really look into this and make a decision for their business and for their personal life as well to get on your webinar to learn some of your strategies? Why don't you talk a little bit about it and kind of tell them specifically how they can get involved?
Yes, definitely. I think that what is really important during this webinar is to learn how you can actually gain back control on your calendar and really have time for yourself and to enjoy the task that you like to do and the work that you like to do, and also spending more time with your family and your friends doing what you enjoy. So this is really critical because it's the entire aspect of having a balanced life. And the more you are able to make choices based on what you want and what you like, the better you will be able to serve your clients, and in a better attitude and with energy and positive attitude that will definitely help you to grow and to innovate and to create, instead of to have this background noise saying you have something to do, I didn't do one of my tasks, or I am falling behind on a project. And this is how I am helping my client today to really move forward and to have this grasp on their time instead of to feeling at the effect of it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, Belinda, I want to thank you so much for jumping on this Google Hangout. I mean, what some of the tips you've shared are certainly invaluable. Again, if you're watching this Hangout on Facebook, on our app, below this video, guys, you will see a green button that says register for the webinar or join the webinar, go ahead and click that button, and you'll be taken to a website where you can learn more about the webinar itself and get involved. I highly endorse Belinda for her services. She's absolutely phenomenal, and I recommend it highly. Belinda, any last words that you want to share with the listening audience about the webinar again, and about your services, and any sort of tips you want to leave?
Oh, yes, definitely. Thank you very much, Darian, for letting me this extra time to talk about me and this, webinar. This webinar, it's really helpful as well for any teams or organization that you are leading. And I have been, working with big teams as well, with over 30 people to help them to manage their time. And it's really a fun activity and a fun workshop that you can bring in your own organization. And it will definitely bring you the value and the cost savings that you are looking for, and also the high productivity that you expect from your employees.
All right, guys. So again, thank you so much for being on this whole hangout. It's starting to get a little bit late. Thank you so much to Belinda for getting on board, and definitely check out that webinar. Again, if you're watching this on Facebook, click on the link below. It's a green button that will take you over to the website. If you're not on Facebook, maybe you're seeing us on YouTube, there should be a link right below this video that will take you to that registration page as well. Or if you see this on a website, there's going to be some tab somewhere on the page which will direct you to the webinar. So again, thank you so much, Belinda. This has been great. It's been wonderful. We appreciate your information. And guys, I look forward to seeing you on the webinar. Have a fantastic day. We'll talk soon.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Darian. Thank you for the opportunity.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.